welcome back to another episode. Keeping it orange and blue. I'm Ryan Schroet, joined as always by my friend Kevin Ducey. What's up, Kev? How are you?
Ryan, I'm doing great. Just another day in paradise. All glory be to God. Happy to be here. And man, just the good news just keeps rolling in for the University of Illinois. Man, cannot be upset about that.
Illinois football, man. Like, you may take an L once or twice, but man, this staff is the staff just keeps plugging along. They keep delivering, and they keep their word. Like they were class of 2026. I'm gonna be honest, like it's about as great as you could possibly be. I'm gonna be honest. Like
Absolutely.
they may have missed on Mac and JC, but the chances of getting both weren't likely. So the fact they missed on not getting one of them literally would almost have been a near perfect class, Kevin.
Yep.
And so couldn't be more excited. It's not about who you didn't get, though. It's about who you did get. And I got to be honest, I'm super excited about how we have Jordan joining us right now. And what are your thoughts?
Excuse me, what are my thoughts on what, Ryan?
On who's joining us?
Oh, man, I couldn't be more excited. Just absolutely thrilled to have this young man here. Absolute prized recruit, first-class human being. Ryan and I were so lucky to have the chance to talk to Jacob before bringing him on live. And,
Jacob, welcome.
Yeah, I really appreciate you coming on, man.
Thank you for having me, man. Thank you for having me here on this podcast, and thank you for having me a part of the Illinois Illini Man alum. And I'm proud because I got an alum. My coach's father, Coach Dice. His name is Philip Dice. His father played at Illinois, and my other coach went there. So it's a blessing, And my dad, of course, played there, but it's just a blessing to be a part of that Navy blue and orange, man.
That's awesome, man.
That's right.
We're always a little worried because Coach Macklin over there, we saw what he did to us at Illinois. That guy was a hell of a player at Missouri. But we're glad to have you on, man.
Yeah, man. He's still a great coach, and I'm blessed to have him and have people like him in my corner. And I never take stuff like that for granted. And all glory to God for God putting people like him in my life.
Amen.
Man, just real quick, we won't beat down the recruiting process too much because you've talked about that several times. But how about this? How happy are you that it's over? For the most part,
I'm happy. I'm amped. It got to me. You had your highs, you had your lows. Like I remember in May, I was just like, I'm done. I'm done with the recruiting process. It was from trip to trip. We was taking midweeks. I'm just like, bro, can I be a kid for once? It happened, but God, I asked for all of that stuff to be on my plate, and God gave it to me. So I couldn't complain. I can't really complain, and I'm happy it's over. But like, it was a once in a lifetime experience, so I'm grateful that it happened.
And that is something that so many kids will never get to experience. So knowing that your perspective is, you see it for what it is, and some people maybe take it for granted, but there are so many kids, Jacob, that will never be in your shoes. So the fact that you got to enjoy it and experience that, like, I'm so happy for you. And I think he's handled it like a pro, Kev.
Oh, I completely agree. I was so impressed with your post commitment interview. Now, that being said, Jacob, you are classified through the recruiting services as an athlete. Where do you think you best fit, and and obviously I know probably I can't imagine that you don't want to play both sides of the ball, but where do you think your best fit is to best chance to get on the field as soon as possible at Illinois?
With talking to Coach Henry and Coach B, it would be defense, safety, where Matt Bailey plays, and that position since I'm graduating, he's a great player, and he wasn't my like
your host.
My host, yeah, thank you, my host. Pardon me, but my host, and it was Carson. It was Carson Boyd. He's a former guy that I'm friends with from Cardinal Ritter, and Matt Bailey. He just kind of came along for the dinners and stuff, and we chopped it up, and he's kind of giving me like the like go abouts and the stuff about like safety and playing it and how he got so much tackles because he had a great season last season and he's about to have another great season. And he was just telling me how it goes and like no, not to like toot my own horn or anything, but like Coach Henry was just talking about like he got all these guys like Witherspoon and all the other guys like Adams, like, and he got them where they were, and then he made them better. He was just like, if he can get me and get his hands on me and tune me up because they weren't half of the people I would like players I were or the person, like it's gonna go way through the roof. So it's gonna be safety, but Coach B most definitely is looking at me like on the offensive side too.
Absolutely. I always thought that was easier. I've actually talked to Coach Henry about this offline. It's like you can take a guy and put him on defense. Like we had Nasir on the call and then Nasir on the pod, and Nasir wants to play both ways. I get it too. It's really hard to be primarily offense and then go play defense because
Man,
because you can't just be like when you get on offense, they could just be like, "Hey, Jake, we're running an end around for you here, kid. Don't get tackled," or "Hey, we're running skinny post, like beat your man." Okay, cool. But on defense, like it's not. Hey, if you have a missed assignment on the defensive side, that's six. Like
yeah.
and so I think it's a lot easier for a guy to be a primary defender and play a little bit of offense as opposed to the other way around.
Yeah, I absolutely said the same because like you said, if it's a misread, it's six versus I see is like the end around thing is like, yeah, put this kid in and just like for a bunch of lads and stuff and see what he can do because he's just this athletic and like this explosive and he's just a fun guy to watch because he brings the momentum to the team versus like you put an offensive guy, it's like I don't really know. Does he really know what he's doing in the scheme and does he really know how to fit and does he really know what technique to play? Versus
Right,
this zone and versus these route concepts. So I'm gonna
right.
definitely agree with you on that one.
Yeah,
This
they audible. They go into motion. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
this
yeah.
by the way, Nasir Rankin's watching, so me and him have chatted. I'm like,
My
I hope.
dog Nas, man. It's all love. He was on we went on the same visit, man. Me and my dog Nas and Nick and all those guys, we connected, and that's a big reason why I committed because the class I got coming in with me, I can most definitely see them being my boys.
Oh
No,
my goodness,
that's
they're
a game changer.
just Kevin, stud after stud. Nick Hankins,
Yeah,
Rankin, like just studs, man.
Michael Clayton,
Michael
Bierman,
Clayton,
man.
yeah, you
Cam Thomas.
Austin, yeah. Oh my goodness,
We
you guys.
got a group chat on Snapchat, and we just be talking, and you can just feel like you can just feel I was like imagining like how it's gonna be for the next few years, and just going so far with those guys, man, building a family.
Do you? I know everybody's season's different. So Nasir was telling us sometimes they have games on Saturdays, and are you planning on coming to watch a specific game this year for Illinois? They got some big home games.
Yeah, we've planned, but it's whatever. I don't think we have any Saturday games. We don't have any Saturday
Okay,
games.
awesome. So you'll be
So,
able to go to Ohio State or USC, any of those big ones. That's
yeah, I'm gonna go see Ohio State because I was in there when Coach B was talking about that. He's like, it's always a big game, and I think last year it might have been Michigan. I don't remember, but
yep.
last year, those types of games are big for Coach B, and you can just see the atmosphere. And Coach B, you gotta love Coach B, man. He's just a funny man, like a funny guy, just a great guy to be around, and he just gets your spirits up, and you can just tell like like his aura feeds off on everybody else in the building. So I'm blessed to have him as a coach, and I would most definitely go see that Ohio State game because you can tell you're gonna have them guys pumped.
I was curious. So, the family thing, I tried to explain it to people, but I'm not like in the Smith Center. I've never been hosted on a visit, but I can just see it. And, every time we talk to a recruit, you guys all have that same glow and you're just happy about things. What is it when came to Illinois on your visit and you talk to that staff that makes it feel such like a family? There's got to be something.
You know, it's like this is one of the things that's going to. I feel like it's really just because like all the people that are like me on the staff, and I would love to go to Oklahoma with Coach Hall because I don't have any problem, but like I feel like it was just that more of a connection because Coach Henry had a similar background from as me, like they had a similar background, and then being the same like same ethnicity as me, like it kind of showed like that we had some things that we could connect on, and it just showed like that these guys can really feel my pain and they're gonna be there for me when I was thinking about my dad some days or thinking about my brother. So I knew those guys from day one were gonna be there and just the team and the atmosphere that Illinois gives off and I know they're gonna work hard and I know if we go into a dogfight, it's gonna be me and the guys just me, and then I'm dragging the guys along. I know we all gonna be in the driver's seat, and I know God gonna like take over from there.
Yeah.
And real quick, Kev, you've got a couple good ones, but I just wanted to, since he brought it up, and you mentioned Oklahoma. For any fan out there, any Illini fan that was worried maybe that you are still open to something a little bit, since you
No,
mentioned this,
look at his wristband.
I'll let you clear the air to that, Jacob.
Man, I am a fighting Illini, man. I'm a flight. Hold up. So I keep saying it. I'm gonna give y'all what y'all want. I'm gonna give y'all what y'all want. So I keep saying it. I'm gonna give y'all what y'all want. I'm
Oh
a
yeah,
I'm a part of the family, man. I'm a part of the family, and I'm here to stay. I'm here to stay. It was kind of in the moment thing. I already know what y'all gonna say, but I'm here to stay, and I support, and I'm thankful for all the support from the fans, and just know I'm here to stay, baby. And I don't really care because everybody got history. I don't
yep.
really care about Alabama's history. No disrespect to all those great programs, but I'm more about relationships and who's there now, not who was there in the past. Because I want to do what's never been done before. I don't want to be like the next JMO or anything. I just want to be Jacob Eberhart, and that'd be cool to go to Alabama, and go to OU. But I want to do my own thing and create my own path. And following my dad's footsteps, it's something that is just like a coincidence, but I just feel like Coach Henry fitted me. So that's why I went there, not just because of my dad solely.
You can't make up a beautiful moment like that, can you, Kev?
No, and I got two stories for you and a question. If you'll indulge me here, Jacob, it might take a little bit longer, but if you don't mind. First
It's
of
all
all,
good.
I met Aaron when he was 19. We were at the Illinois Wisconsin Big Ten tournament. He was standing behind me wearing a Wisconsin Wisconsin Letterman jacket. Excuse me. We're at the basketball game, and I talked to him for like the whole game, and got to know him, got to know his name. You remind me of him. Like he was just there was a level of confidence in knowing who he was, but also a level of respect and dignity. I was 30 years old at the time. He kept calling. He never stopped calling me sir. I was like, hey man, call me Kevin, call me Deuce. Like, stop calling me sir. And he just, I mean, like that was just who he was. And I see a lot of the same characteristics in you. I want to share a story about your dad, though, if you don't mind. The 97 made me remember this. So my senior year in high school, I played defensive end, but we didn't. And I love Simeon Rice, right? That's like he wore 97 before your dad, and we didn't have 97, so I wore 79. And then once Simeon was gone, because your dad took over 97, that was my dude. Like that was like like you cheering on a team, you got a guy that's like. He might not be the superstar, but that was my guy. So this is just really cool to talk to you and really cool to have you come to Illinois. Now, I do have a question for you, right? Obviously, you talk about the relationships are super important, but let's flash back. Let's go back 12 months because you were being recruited a year ago. You've been being recruited a long time. We've known your name for a long time. How different it was the season that they had going 10-3? How much of a difference did it mean? Because a year ago you're looking at a 5-7 team, and now it's a 10-3. Does that change some of your thoughts and philosophy that this team can be a winning team? I mean, there had to be some doubts a year ago, I would imagine.
And yeah, it was most definitely doubts. They had the downcline, and then they just shot straight back up, and I was just like, man, that's just like a cherry on top. Honestly, that's just
Okay.
like the cream and the cherry on top, and that was just like that's when I knew I was like, yeah, Illinois gonna be up there for sure. Because at first I was like, I don't want to follow in my dad's footsteps, and people be like, oh, you following your dad? And I was like, who knows what I'm gonna get? I could get Ohio State, and which I didn't. And thank God, by the all grace of God, I got some of the best program, if not the best programs in college football. But that's when I knew like great program, great people. I know they can pour into me, and this really feels like home.
No doubt, 100%. And I can say that, what you're an SEC country, and the fact that Illinois could go beat South Carolina, and and no SEC fan can say, "Oh, you're going to Illinois." This is the SEC's the best conference. Blah, blah. The Big Ten has really showed and carried their weight of late. Not just winning the last two national championships, but how they did against SEC teams in the last year or two has really, to me, felt like it's more of an even playing field than ever. So, I guess would be who on the so would it just be who hosted you on the team, Jacob? Are you kind of cool or close with anybody else on the team that when you came to visit, or you just kind of clicked with?
I probably just say like it was really just Carson, but I clicked with like a lot of people he hung out with, because we from St. Louis and things like that. So
Yeah.
we don't like a lot of the same things, and it was just a lot of funny guys. Like it was everybody over there just had great like I probably say great energy. They was all live and they were all glad to have us. They didn't try to be like too cool because some people have recruits and they try to be so cool because they don't want to show the real them because they look older and they're in college and the recruits kind of look up to the people who they getting hosted by. So, but they were down to earth and I feel like I could talk to them and ask them whatever I wanted and I felt like one of them when I went there.
How big is the Smith Center though? Like, how awesome is that place?
Oh my, it's huge. It's awesome. And it's just a bunch of like history. Like it just looks like history and it just looks beautiful. And wherever you go, you can feel like the Alana in it. You can feel the Alana.
They got those hyperbolic chambers. They got
Yeah.
you got a barber shop in there. They got a bowling alley. I mean, come on. Like,
Man, man, it's just I probably say it's like three levels of greatness. That's what I call it. Three levels of
oh,
greatness.
I asked Coach Henry. I was there recently. I wanted to take my daughters. I was like, "Hey, man, can I get a tour of the Smith Center? Can I do that?" He's like, "Nah, man. Coach B protects that thing. Like you got to be part of the inner circle. I need to make some more money so I can donate enough to get there."
I'm so blessed being on this show. I'm gonna try to put a word in. I'm gonna try to put a word in for sure. I'm so
Hey,
blessed on this show.
Tell
Hey.
Strain to put a word in. Tell
hey, put in a good word for Coach B with me.
Those are all our guys.
I don't.
Good
We are
word for
cool
Coach
with
B.
Aaron Henry, but Coach B, we're trying to get on his good side. I don't know if I am, but I'm trying. So if you can do it, and if you can do it, I believe it's you. So
Don't you got to keep this on the low, but Coach B do love his Air Force, so get him a custom pair of Air Forces for one of the games. I think you'll have a fair shot. I think that's the best shot you would get. That's the best shot you would get.
I like that idea, man. I like that idea. Hey, Jacob. So tell me. I see you got a track and field shirt on. Are you planning on running? Are you planning on doing? Are you planning on spending a full year? I know a lot of guys like to graduate early. What's your plans, and then what's your goals for your high school season coming up?
Sadly, but gratefully, I'm graduating early. I only said that because I know those track coaches pour so much into me. And recently, one of my track coaches did pass from leukemia, and just like I was wearing this shirt. Just it's just a coincidence, but it just made me think of it because all those coaches, Coach McWoods, Coach Parks, they all poured in what they had into me because they saw the better human in me, and that's what Illinois saw. I saw a lot of them, and like Illinois and the Illinois coaching staff because they saw the better human and what I could be versus what I am right now, and like what I can be and what I am able to achieve with the near future versus what I am now, what I am able to give them now. So that's why I really loved them, and that's why I say sadly because we went to state, we broke our record, we didn't get first, we got like fifth, but it wasn't. You can really tell it was a family because it wasn't. We didn't get first, but we were happy. We were happy to be on the podium, and we were grateful to be on the podium. And we know that when the race was over, we know we were in a race in our hearts, but not in the state, but we were in a race in our hearts. So that's all that really mattered.
What'd you run?
We ran the 4x1 and the 4x2. We got eliminated in the 4x2, but we made the state in both. So pretty hard to do, but.
So what's your high school season look like for you? Like how are you guys shaping up? What's your goals this year, man?
We want to go to state. We want to go for it all. We want to show everybody that Kirkwood ain't nothing to play with. To be honest, at least with me on it, because I'm gonna bring everything and I'm gonna pour all into my team, and I know my team gonna pour all into me. And those guys that I got around me made me who I am. So I ain't gonna take no credit away from the coaches, all of them. I'm taking pieces from all of them, and it made me who I am, the man I am today. So I know the guys around me ready to fight just like I am, and I go to war with anybody, literally anybody. Give me Ohio State, I'm going to war with those guys.
we did it with Nasir. I'll do it for you because you know what? You are definitely someone who doesn't want all the limelight or the shine on you. Give me some names of some teammates that have either got some college teams looking at them or have already committed somewhere. Who you got? There's some dogs on your Kirkwood team that you could talk about here for a brief minute.
Yeah, I love that, Ryan.
And we don't got nobody who committed because they underlooking us. But OU, when all them guys came, they most definitely saw him. My first one, Jameer Salon, he made me who I am today, man. And just seeing his maturity and how he's grown up and what he's done, He's a great route runner. Best receiver in St. Louis, hands down. I got my dogs. Like I got my other dogs that go to other schools, and I'm not being biased because he goes to my school. I think he's the best receiver, hands down. He doesn't just make moves. He's smart. He has high football IQ. He works hard. He's one of the most dedicated players I've seen, and I go to war with him over anything because I knew if it came down to it and we had to go to workout, that's the guy who would be dying right beside me. And Bodie Mansfield would also be dying right beside me too. They think he not like that, but we call him white chocolate because he's smooth like butter. He know how to get down with the get down, if you know what I'm saying. He know how to move. He get the wiggle. He put the wiggles on me sometimes. And I be like, dang, I ain't know you can move like that, buddy. And it's funny.
Awesome.
And then you got my best friend Randall. He didn't like push me through so much things. I'm not just shouting out these guys to shout out these guys. I feel like these guys can go play at a great level. It's just like they underlooked. But the coaches saw these guys when they came and seen them, and it was like, hey, you got some great guys. But my biggest one is probably Jameer Salon. That's the biggest one.
Okay, the best route runner in St. Louis. Got it. Got it.
Receiver, man. You got to go check out his film. I've been trying to tell Coach Beanham, y'all sleeping on my dog. Y'all sleeping on my dog. Y'all got me, but y'all got to get y'all missing out on a big piece.
Hey, don't be. They're not opposed to doing late offers though. They've done it many times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. He's so great.
They'll throw an offer out August, September. They will.
Yeah.
If he has a good start to the year and they come to watch you, and he's kicking butt. I've seen him throw offers that late. So
he'd be grateful, and he's just. I feel like I connect with those people at Kirkwood so much because they just fit me, and they made me see because there's a lot of guys who aren't where their feet are, and I feel like I am where my feet are, and not to brag on myself, but just I feel like I know I do a great job of staying grounded, and I feel like they do that for me. Like they're my stronghold to make sure that I come to practice every day and work how they work, and make sure that I continue to do what got me there in the first place.
hey, Lindenwood and some of these other schools in the St. Louis area, they need to wake up too. I'm just saying, like there's schools like that don't need they need to wake up because you got
Coach,
some.
oh yeah, I need to wake up, man. Everybody needs to wake up. Everybody needs to wake up because the wood coming, man. The wood coming. We gonna show everybody this year. We gonna show everybody this year. We ain't nothing to play with.
So, Jacob, I hear you speak, and I'm blown away. What are you, 17?
Yes, sir.
I'm blown away the way that you speak as a 17-year-old. I hear gratitude. I hear thankfulness. I hear respect for all the people in your life who have helped transform you and make you into the man that you are. A man at 17 years old, you speak like a man. Um, don't
Sir.
don't ever give up on. Don't ever forget that. Like I don't know. You've had amazing leaders in your life. Your dad obviously taken way too soon. I'm sure your mom, uncles, brothers, cousins. I don't know. You've had people in your life who have invested in you, and you are a shining example of what they've put into you. As you move on in your career, I want to share something with you. I try to share this with most of the folks. Never forget this. You're Jacob Eberhart who plays football. You play football. It's part of who you are. It does not define you. It is part of who you are. It can be a big part of who you are, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you are so much more than that. You're a child of God, a son, a brother, a friend, a mentor, all the things long before you're a football player. But I just admire what you're doing, and I'm gonna pray for your health and continued success. And I can't thank you enough for coming on this show. You blessed us with your presence far beyond your athletic ability. I'm so impressed with you, young man. You got the biggest fan in your corner right here, man. Like I might not be a charter member of the Jacob Eberhart fan club, but I'm on the bus.
Thank you, man. Thank you. That means a lot, and it just shows me that I'm on the right path, and
Absolutely.
it just helps me to see like I wouldn't want to put anybody down. It just puts a smile on my face seeing that guys around me like feel my energy and know that I come off with a good vibe and I'm trying to portray a good energy and a good wave because I've been through a lot of things that a lot of people haven't been through, and I don't want to put that out in the world or anything. And I just want to keep it good because the way the world is going, it's on the decline. I feel like, and I feel like it needs some good energy, and I try to like get it
Raise it
off,
up.
make room, feel my vibe.
I feel
Raise
like
it up.
I'm gonna own an Eberhart jersey in the next couple of years. Okay.
Yeah. I tell you,
I give you one for free. Don't buy. I give you one for free. I give you one for
Hey,
free.
hey, love it. And guess what? Guess what? It's gonna go right here.
I'd be great. So honored. So honored. So honored,
The
man.
last
Hey, man,
The last thing I want to say, because we've kept you for nearly 30 minutes, and
That's true.
we appreciate
I
this.
didn't even notice, man. It's been a blast.
Time flies when you're having fun. I want to say this, and you mentioned a little bit earlier. Your perspective is where it is because you have empathy, you have compassion, because you have suffered great loss. You know, I know you lost your brother young while you were young as well. You didn't just lose your dad; you lost your brother. And I want to tell you something. Both of them are proud of you. I can tell you that.
Man,
I'm telling you.
I'm trying my hardest, man, and I'm trying in spite every day. But I know I got God, and I know I got people like y'all around me, so I'm good. I'm good where I am.
Hey, and you know what? You always got friends with me and Kev, man. We genuinely appreciate you coming on here, and nothing but the success. And we will be rooting for Kirkwood. I can tell you that.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir.
Hey,
Anything else, Kev, before we let this awesome young man go?
hey, you got a couple months left of being a kid, man. Try to enjoy it. Be where your feet are, like you say. Live in the moment a little bit. You're going to be responsible for what you got to take care of in the weight room, in the classroom, on the field. But take this next couple months and just enjoy your family. We'll spend some time with your grandma, like I didn't do enough or whatever, like that. Just take some time to just appreciate where you're at for now. Okay, I know you're super excited. You can't wait to be in the college weight room. You can't wait to be around those guys and stuff. But just taking this moment with you're at. I spent some time with two guys that played major college football. Another guy played in the NFL, and all they did was talk about high school. And they said because that was the most fun. So don't lose sight of that. Okay, just enjoy these next few months as much as you can. So.
Yes, sir, man. And I appreciate y'all for having me on again. And it's just such a blessing to be and an honor to be in y'all presence. And God, people down my corner. And I'm grateful to be a part of the Alana family.
Oh man! Again, we feel the exact same way about you. So thank you for giving us your time, Jacob. We'll be rooting for you, and I'll be in touch, man. I'll hit you up on Instagram real soon. And again, nothing but continued blessings and health. We'll talk soon.
Yes, sir. You guys have a blessed night, man. Thank you.
All right, ILL. That's right. What?
Got me in the fields there for a second, Ryan.
Yeah. When you were saying what you said about that, I was like, man, this is just genuine stuff. Like him grabbing his dad's jersey. That's just stuff you can't make up, and that's why you do this show. That's why we do this show. Like, because you can't make that stuff up, and giving him a chance to talk about his teammates. And I had already knew that his brother had passed too. It wasn't just his dad. And his brother was just as highly sought after as he is right now. But there was some violence in the area, gun violence, and he lost him, when he was a young, he was like 10 or 12, I think. And I know that hit their family really hard. So to lose your brother, your big brother, and then to lose your father, Kevin, all in like a 5-year span, that's a lot for a young man. That's why he is so grounded,
Yeah, he's an amazing young man. And it just goes to, there have been some recruits where in the state that Illinois, like some top level recruits and nearby, that people have asked, like, why wasn't Illinois in the top 5 or why wasn't Illinois there? And I'm not knocking these kids that didn't have Illinois in there, but this staff is selective about character. Every single person that we've had on this show, like, dude, I talked to Tyler Strain after the Michigan game. I talked to him after the Citrus Bowl, like came up and talked to me. Like yelled at Sabur. Sabur gave me, what's up, man? Like the guys that we've had on this show have been such good people and guys that I'm going to continue to root for. And like guys like even AJ Dennis was a great young man. He was awesome on this show, pulling for him. The kid that went to Washington, Chase Butler.
Remember Grant Bierman, who's a freshman this
year? I'm talking to his dad online. What a great kid. Like they're bringing in leaders, they're bringing in pillars of the community. And you know what? That really matters.
Cam Thomas.
That really matters to folks like us when we got family in there. So and Bill Mo chimed in, JC's gonna flip in December. I will tell you this. I believe there's a real possibility with what I think Illinois can do in this upcoming season, and we'll talk more about that in the upcoming weeks. But I think they unleash Cole Rusk, and those two guys, Mac and JC, can see what Barry Lundy can do with the tight end. I mean, Barry Lundy coached Hunter Henry, who's been in the NFL for a decade. All right, if we see what he can do with the tight end with a little bit more wiggle, I'm not knocking Tanner Harkin. I freaking love Tanner Harkin, but Tanner Harkin is more of that get you 10 yards, and a hell of a blocker. Cole Rusk can stretch the field, be that Colston Loveland type of tight end. We start doing that, those guys might change their tune. So,
oh yeah, it's not over. But just think about where this class is now, even without that. Like if someone were to have painted a picture and we're like, who would be our top guys that we're after? We've offered, okay, Illinois. If you really think about it, Illinois has landed a big chunk of them. Like, and when's the last time that happened? I mean, like, hey, get a good chunk of the best players in your state, or the surrounding states as well.
Yeah,
beat out Iowa and Michigan for all those big hosses in the offensive line. Hey, go get a stud linebacker from Ohio that turned down Michigan and other really good schools, Auburn, and hey, go to Florida and get some speed, man. Get some like Olympic type speed. Let's get that, right? Taiwan Cox. Let's do that, hey, let's get a legit 4-star 6'4" pocket passing stud that turned down multiple SEC offers. Let's go knock him down. Let's get some of the best wideout talent down there as well that had SEC offers. Let's do that, Alston. I mean, just think about this. Like, the class is amazing. And let me tell you what, Vala is a slept-on tight end, by the way.
well, I agree.
Like, again, Bill Mo and me chat in we have a group chat. He told me, and I agree with it, I just didn't think about it. If he was 2 or 3 inches taller, dude, he'd have been a top 250 recruit.
Yeah, absolutely. The way he rolls.
So he just 6'3", so he's I'm thinking that's still pretty good for a tight end.
Yeah, and this is a top 25 class for 2026 in July of 25. I mean, that's saying that's probably a class that's going to stay top. It was going to stay top 30, top 25, pretty close. That's not normal for Illinois football. It's actually not all that normal for Brett Bielema. He's actually shining here better almost than he did at Wisconsin.
But this is how he was winning 9-10 games every year at Wisconsin.
Absolutely.
He was having those top 25 to top 35 recruiting classes
and developing.
And he was
players. This is still going to be a development program, right?
Yeah. Yep. He was developing them. So, Nathan, Ryan, if JC and Mac switch, you would be 15 for 15. You're right. That still wouldn't be good enough for people, though. But I keep track of all that stuff. So 13 to 15, I can live with 87%. Bill Mo says, dude's already the best blocker of the three, Vala.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, when the other guys are featured so heavily as offense, I mean, I know that, I've seen some highlights of Mac and JC are lining up outside as receivers. That would make sense. And there's no knock on those guys. I mean, we'd take one of them in a heartbeat. And I don't think anybody should crap on them for where they chose to go to school.
No, nope, I have not. And because I know it's at the end of the day, Kev, too, even if they don't come and they don't switch, guess what? There's always that transfer portal is always there. And Illinois takes great care of how they recruit kids. That's why Illinois and Brett Bielema are winning, is that they don't burn bridges. So, because guess what? In this day and age, you might not get them this year, but you might get them in 12 months. So, and that's always important stuff with that. So, couldn't be more happy with the first with the interview of Jacob. He had so much going on. He was so gracious to join us tonight. And man, Kev, we're about 6 weeks away from Illinois football, man. It's exciting. It's
It
exciting.
it is really exciting. And you mind if I talk about some of our ideas, what we're going to have going forward with a couple shows?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
So Ryan and I just give a little preview of what we're going to talk about, and it's too long of a conversation to pick up tonight, but we were going to pick up here in the next couple of weeks. We're going to start breaking down the offense and defense the way that we see fit, and the way that we are kind of ideally looking at the two deep and maybe even extended to the three deep. And one of the things that we're really going to be looking forward to with you guys and all the folks who watch and chime in, our guys, Nate Durst, Billy Moe, Barry, Sean, all you guys, St. Dominic's Rosary, all you guys who chime in and listen, is we're going to bring up a guy's name and be like, hey, how would you feel if he's seeing playing time? If this guy's getting 10 or more snaps a game, what's your thoughts on it? Are you okay with it? Because it's going to be a really interesting breakdown of the amount of guys on both sides of the ball that I think we're going to feel okay with. So I'm just excited with this. Ryan and I came up with this idea offline, and we're talking to each other, and I think it's going to be it's going to be a real good fun breakdown of like an overall roster perspective. We'll do defense one week, offense another. So it should be fun.
Yeah, no doubt. I think, and it's time to do that. So what that's going to do is that's going to lead us into August, which will be fall camp's going to be starting. And then, within that few weeks, we'll be doing our season prediction stuff. And, yeah. And I don't know, we might even bring back a fade to deuce, man. We'll see if Matt's into it.
I'll be off for fade to deuce. The way I've wrecked shop the last 2 years, somebody needs to start paying attention. So.
I was about to say, Kev, I mean, seriously. But here's the most important thing. If you have been putting the money down for what you say, dude, you are the real winner. And you should be making that money off of that. And guess what? People would be wise to follow your bets.
Isn't that 57% of the top 5 most difficult matchups every week in college football? Not trying to toot my own horn. It's a really good number.
Why don't you need to add that to your X bio, by the way.
I did for a little bit, didn't I?
I don't know, but you need to. Get your exact record, but if you need to do 57% against whatever the spread or whatever it is, the toughest matchups, however you need to put, I think you should put that in your bio because it sticks out, and and people can say, well, prove it. Okay, well, it's on our YouTube channel. Yeah. All the episodes are there. So if anybody wants to say I don't believe that, well, you want to look at all there they are.
Yeah, I got to update it because last time I did it was a 56.17%. It was 50 and 39. That might have been the final numbers. It's in my bio.
Hey, Sean, Dan Orlovsky said that Illinois will make the college football playoff. Yeah, I think we agree with that. Yeah.
And Joe Klatt said he had Illinois as one of his teams to maybe break through.
Yep, it's all there, but you know what? Too that's going to come with some pressure here. But I just don't feel like this team really is. I just feel like they're not feeling it. I think they already know they're underdogs, and just because people might start believing in them now, there's such a core group of guys that since they've been at Illinois, they know what the outside perception is. And trust me, the coaching staff, let's make sure they know that.
Yeah.
They're not going to go into this year going, oh my gosh, man, I don't know if we can perform. People might think we might be kind of good. I think they're going to say, we're going to prove you all wrong again. We're going to show you how good we are. And we're not worried about, we might make the college football playoff. I think they got some real pride and some stuff they want to prove. Staying healthy, Nathan, is definitely the key,
if you broke down our 6 toughest games, 4 of them are in the first 7 weeks where we don't have a single bye. So that's the challenge. That's the challenge. I would say the next 2 are probably at Wisconsin and at Washington. Those are the only.
If you can get through Washington with 2 losses or less, I feel great about what Illinois is going to do. So
I really like that we have a bye week before we go there. We'll break down the schedule coming up too as we get into.
Yep, we will, and we'll try to maybe get some. We try to get a guest or two, a fun, like maybe a national guy or somebody who's been on Big Ten Network. Like we've had Tom Diener on. I'll try to get somebody in who maybe Brad Evans won't big time us. I'm just kidding. He's basketball. We've tried. I'll get somebody on here. I've had Sam Panayotovich on some stuff. We'll get somebody in here who I might be able to get Greg McElroy, because I've been talking to him a little bit for his stuff he does with ESPN. He's really personable, and he's I think having him come on and talk Illini and what they could be this year would be kind of fun. So yeah. Other than that, Kev, you want to do? We'll do a little final thoughts if you have anything else.
No.
And this could be 5 minutes of final thought. It's okay. We've only been on 42 minutes. Usually we keep it between 45 to 50. But I'm trying to think too. Illini related. It doesn't even have to be. But I know you usually talk golf. There's been a lot of good golf stuff, hasn't there?
Yeah, here we go. We didn't go last week. Brian Campbell winning his second tournament of the year last weekend. Not this past weekend, the weekend before last. The John Deere Classic with a lot of Illini fans in attendance, some ILLs, INI. Just really cool for a guy who probably 5 years ago thought maybe his golf career was on the fritz. And to win twice on tour in the same year is really incredible. He got a chance to play in the Genesis Scottish Open, and he didn't play very well this past weekend. Nick Hardy and Adrian DeMont de Trossard played okay this past weekend, but Dietrich played okay. Brian will get a chance to play in the Open Championship this weekend, and that's really cool for him and what he's done. We got 3 wins on tour this year from Illini golfers, 1 by Dietrich, 2 by Campbell. It's just a really good look for the program, and really happy for the guy. Brian Campbell seems like a first-class dude in every stretch, so didn't get a chance to give him his flowers last weekend. Giving it to him now.
Yeah. I mean, the golf program is just a bright light. Ours, I will say, I just want to mention, we're happy that Ty Rogers had successful knee surgery. Don't know the extent of how long he'll be out. I know Brad's kind of keeping that under wraps. If it was an ACL, I don't know. What have you heard, Kev, about that?
I don't know anything.
Okay, they are keeping that under wraps, big time. But so successful knee surgery, and I'm gonna throw, and Terrence Shannon Jr. is killing the summer league. Not a surprise. I'm happy KJ had a bounce back in his second game. Yep. I know he had a rough first game, but you know what?
Rough few.
I've got one here I think that's going to surprise everybody, and it doesn't matter if it even gets to him, but it's to the people that watch here, because you know what? I feel like it's the bigger thing to do, and it's appropriate because, we started around the same time covering Illinois. I started my Twitter stuff in 2016. I had actually done an Illini radio show in Central Illinois on ESPN 1050 AM. He started Big Stage Hoops around that time. And I know he's no longer going to be covering Illinois, so I'm going to give a shout out to a farewell and to hope the next phase of your life is as successful as it was at Illinois, and that is for Derek Piper.
Hey, absolutely.
So, people and me and him, oh, Ryan, you think you're this and that, never had any problems with him, like, personally. I think
Pike's a good dude, man.
A lot of people just gave me crap thinking, I was stealing his info, which just rubbed me the wrong way. Never had any issues with him, never ran into him where he was rude. I've only heard really nice things about Derek. So I just I feel like, why not? You spend nearly a decade covering a team, and trust me, if I wasn't breaking something for hoops or a recruit, Derek Piper was. And Brad Sturdy, to me is the man, him and Ked. But Derek Piper and me have been, since I started on X, Derek Piper was doing a really good job at Illini Inquirer. So I just know there's a lot of people that follow him and his stuff, and I just wish him nothing but the best in the next stage of his life. He has 2 young children, and who knows what he's going to do next, but I'm sure he'll be successful. So I felt like I wanted to bring that up because, a decade of covering Illinois sports, and he was a big part of what I'm doing on X, and well, Piper posted this, and say, oh, Ryan, what do you know about it? You know, so you can't help but intermingle with that. So it's going to be weird to have him gone now, but I'm sure they'll find somebody who can help, carry their torch a little bit more. So I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, I think Piper did a phenomenal job for a long time. Always conducted himself with class, and I think that's going to leave a little bit of a hole in the overall atmosphere and network for Illinois fans to consume information, especially on the basketball side. And it just won't be the same for a little bit. I'm sure the Inquirer will find somebody really talented and whatever, and that'll be great. But when you become familiar with a voice, when you become familiar with somebody, I mean, he's no longer on the Tay and Jay show, and I think the world of Lante, so it's like the Tay and Piper show. So it's just going to be a little bit different, but wish Derek nothing but the best, man. Absolutely. Making the right decision for his family shows the kind of man he is as well, because there are a lot of things about that job from the outside to us huge sports fans that looks really sexy, right? That to be able to go to Oregon and cover a basketball game, to be able to go to an NCAA tournament or a Final Four, to be able to go to an Elite Eight, to be able to go to Madison Square Garden, all those things are really like be able to go speak to Brad Underwood one-on-one or other coaches. That's just a really cool situation for us huge sports fans. And for him to give that up I know he's a diehard basketball fan and has been his entire life, to focus on his family is a true mark of his character, and wish him the best. So.
But we know, and from traveling, if there's one thing that can trump something that you're passionate about, is knowing that your children are missing their dad. Yep. Like if that's the one thing in my life, I could even get a little teary-eyed, is when you know that your children are hurting and sad because you're gone, and it's my work, but you're like, nothing's more important than them. So I can understand, and I know you can as well. So with that said, hey, I dare somebody to sponsor this podcast. I triple dog dare you. You don't have it in you. You know what? What was that saying, Kev, from A Few Good Men? You can't handle the truth. Swami out.
ILL.